The end of World War II marked a period of significant transition and upheaval for Italian soldiers. When Italy surrendered to the Allies on September 8, 1943, the nation was thrust into chaos. Italian soldiers found themselves in a precarious situation, caught between the Allies and the German forces that quickly occupied the country. Many were disarmed, and approximately 600,000 were taken as prisoners of war by the Germans. These soldiers were deported to forced labor camps in Germany and occupied territories. Life in these camps was harsh. The conditions were often brutal, with insufficient food, poor hygiene, and forced labor in factories under constant threat of bombing. The Italian soldiers, now classified as Italian military internees, IMIs, were denied the status and protections conventionally accorded to prisoners of war under international law. Their resistance to conscription into the German army or fascist forces often resulted in severe punishment. Meanwhile, in Italy, the remnants of the Italian Royal Army were split. Some joined the Allied forces to fight against the Germans and the remaining fascist regime in the north, whereas others joined the Italian Social Republic, a puppet state of Nazi Germany under Mussolini's control. This period was marked by a brutal civil war, with Italian soldiers and civilians embroiled in a violent struggle that tore communities apart. After the war, the returning soldiers faced numerous challenges. The Italian economy was devastated, and infrastructure was in ruins. Many soldiers returned home only to find their families displaced or their homes destroyed. Their reintegration into civilian life proved difficult. Those who served with the Allies were often viewed with suspicion or hostility by fascist sympathizers, while those who fought with the fascist forces were sometimes ostracized or faced retribution from their communities. Furthermore, the psychological scars of the experiences in war and captivity were profound. Many soldiers suffered from what would now be recognized as post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, though at the time, mental health support was limited. Despite these hardships, many former soldiers committed themselves to rebuilding their lives and their country. They contributed to Italy's post-war recovery, participating in industrial and economic development. Italy's membership in NATO and the European Economic Community signaled its integration into the post-war international order and the beginning of a new era for the country and its people.